Welcome to Fantasy Football Laces. It's your boy William Wolf. I'm back, and today we're gonna get into a third edition of receivers, because when it's late, it's great, and all of these 10 receivers you can get late in your fantasy football draft. Let's get it. I'm spending an early pick on a quarterback. I'm spending an early pick on a tight end. I'm spending an early pick on these top elite running backs, 3-down horse dogs, so we can get these receivers late. You already know I got 10 on my list today. And let's start off with number 10, Isaiah Hodgins. Now, this is a number one receiver in New York who doesn't have any pressure on him with Saquon Barkley running out of the backfield. All defenses are trying to stop Saquon. They're putting people in the box. They want to stop the run. Don't let Saquon beat me kind of approach when it comes to playing the New York Giants. I know they brought Waller in. Waller will be technically their number one receiver, but number 18, he came on strong at the end of the year. Unless you were really paying attention, he balled out for the New York Giants in the last 5 or 6 games, and he was a very viable fantasy football option. I think New York Giants like this guy a lot, and I think he's going to be solid this year. At number 9, Odell Beckham. I know we got Zay Flowers in town, the rookie. What is it, an 8 million, 9 million signing bonus? They're going to give him the ball. We got Bateman coming back. We know that if he's healthy, he should be their quote-unquote X receiver and probably the best number one receiver on their team. But Odell Beckham, let's not forget about how talented this guy was, how good he was for that Rams team before they went to the Super Bowl. Let's not forget about the run he had up into that Super Bowl before he got hurt. There's a chance that, Odell takes over that receiving core. Besides Mark Andrews at the tight end position, you got to realize that these kind of receiver rooms, they're wide open. And speaking of receiver rooms that are wide open, let's talk about Sky Moore here. Same situation. We got Kadarious Toney in town. We got Valdez Scantling at the X. This guy's going to be your slot. We're going to have Kadarious at the Z. I don't see any way possible that 1,300 yards walking out of the building with Hardman and Juju doesn't go to this guy. I predict this guy has over 1,000 yards this year. I think he could turn into the number one receiver. I think that Pat Mahomes will form a big bond with him. And if it's not him, it's this guy here, right? Kadarious Toney. The impact that he made in the Super Bowl, he changed the game on the punt return. I've talked about this guy in prior videos. Kadarious Toney, if he could stay healthy, I mean, you got a guy, the Z in the slot, him and Sky Moore, who I believe, along with Travis Kelce, are just going to be doing all kinds of creative things with the mind of Andy Reid and the improvisation of Pat Mahomes. You're talking about one of the best offenses in the NFL. Pat Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards last year. Who's it going to go to? They're all out the building right now. You got Travis Kelce, Kadarious Toney, and Sky Moore. At number 6, let's talk about Courtland Sutton. Now, Jared Judy's got a hamstring injury. Who knows how long that's gonna last. Courtland Sutton's the number one receiver. Sean Payton's in town. This could be your Michael Thomas right here. If Russell Wilson can get it together and start targeting this guy and putting it in vicinity, he's got a big radius. He's a big boy, big body. He said he can go up top and contend for balls. 50-50 monster. He could run routes. I don't see any reason why Sutton won't be a good option this year, because you can get him late. At number 5, Gabe Davis, another guy you can get late in your drafts, but is in an absolutely fantastic offense. I know he underwhelmed a little bit last year, but maybe this year he breaks out. Maybe this is the year that we all thought last year he was going to blow up. And last year he was perfectly viable. He was a good option. He was a decent back-end number 2 wide receiver who won you weeks with 70-yard touchdowns. I still like Gabe Davis. At number 4, Jordan Addison, the number 2 receiver out in the Vikings, the new man for Adam Thielen. If that offensive line can block, I think Jordan Addison could do some real big things for the Vikings this year. He's super talented. I compare him to Garrett Wilson this year as far as rookies are concerned. He's in a great situation. He's going to be playing. He's going to be, 80%, 90% snap share. He'll be on the field all the time. Look, teams are going to try to stop Justin Jefferson. They're going to have to throw it to Jordan Addison. At number 3, and this isn't any order. This isn't the number 3 best guy. This is just another guy. We're not having a real order here. It's just based upon randomness. Rondale Moore, he's electric. He's a big time talent. He can move. He's twitchy. There's nobody to really throw out there in Arizona. They're a mess. They don't even know who the quarterback's going to be right now. But I know that they're going to try to get this guy the ball. And whoever the quarterback is, it's going to be quick dots to Rondale Moore. At number 2, Mike Evans. Has he never not had 1,000 yards? I mean, no. He regressed a little bit to the touchdowns last year, but maybe he regresses an increased regression this year with touchdowns. We all know Baker Mayfield likes to throw the ball deep. He likes to target big receivers. He likes to throw it downfield. I think Mike Evans can have a bounce back year this year as far as touchdowns are concerned, and he's always over 1,000 yards. Doesn't matter who his quarterback is. Tom Brady, Jameis Winston, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. This guy finds a way to get behind defenses. He's a big boy, and you can throw it to him and he'll catch it. You can trust him, and that's something that Baker Mayfield is going to do. At number 1, my final pick, and I actually really do love this guy, and that's Michael Pittman Jr. Jonathan Taylor is on the PUP list. Who's your number 1 guy to your weapon? I'm going to say Michael Pittman Jr. I think Richardson's going to be targeting this guy, much like the last 3 guys that I mentioned. Michael Pittman is a guy you can get late, who's a big body. He doesn't rely on quickness and agility. You just got to put the ball in his vicinity, and he's going to win those battles and win 50-50 balls, as he did right there on your screen. Michael Pittman Jr. is an elite talent. It runs in the family. That's why he's junior. I believe Michael Pittman can have a big year. I think Richardson has a huge arm, and I think that it'll show this year. He'll attack Michael Pittman down the field. I don't see any reason why Michael Pittman Jr. Doesn't have over 1,000 yards with over 7 touchdowns. That's way better than his value this year. All 10 of these receivers you can get late, because when it's late, it's great. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the whole point of targeting these receivers late, this is a strategy for non-PPR and half-point PPR, and I want to make that very, very clear. If you're in a PPR league, you need to prioritize drafting receivers. But if you're in a half-point or non-PPR league, and a half-point as I am in my big money league, I think that the best strategy by far is going after big-time 3-down horse dog running backs, get an elite quarterback who can run, and grab a big-time tight end like Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews, and then you can grab these receivers late. I'm not saying you can't spend one good quality draft pick on an elite receiver like a Garrett Wilson or something like that, but these are the guys you want to target late. This is how you win fantasy football leagues. You get guys of immense value, wide receivers specifically late. Like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to get these fantasy football championships. 2023 Fantasy Football Aces, a new perspective, the year of the GOAT. Let's fucking go. Peace.